Hello people, Mike here. Today is going to be a quick video of me talking about the GODOX iM30 mini on-camera flash. Just a disclaimer, I bought this with my own money when it first came out and it was like $35 I believe, and I've been using ever since, so it's a couple of months now. So I just wanted to share my user experience and some of the things that I like and some of the things that I don't like. And just to let you guys know, I don't really use on-camera flash that often. So with this, I just use it for my, family shoots or nothing professional, just letting you guys know in advance. But first of all, the reason why I actually purchased this flash is because my main two camera that I use these days for photo is the X100VI and the Leica Q3 43 and Q3. Obviously Q3 does not have built-in flash, so I need something that was small enough where I can just take it around, slap it on if I need more light or want a flash. And for X100VI, yes, it does have a built-in flash on it, but the problem is whenever I have any kind of a hood in the front, the hood actually got in the way when I use the flash. So the one-third of the image gets blocked by the hood. So I need something that was sitting a little bit higher so the hood wasn't getting in the way. So there were other manufacturers that I could have went with, especially if I want to use TTL on my Leica or Fuji. I could have gotten the Leica flash, but it was ridiculously more pricier than this one, and I didn't want to spend that much money on something that I'm not going to be using that often. And there was something very similar size and similar look that was a little bit cheaper, which is the Fuji X100VI that was going for around $400 used, and that one was discontinued, and I didn't want to buy a used discontinued product for that much amount of money. So just to go over some of the features, this is a single contact hot shoe flash. So anything that has this middle single contact, it will work. It is a fully manual, no TTL. It has a 7 different power with half stop increments. And the guide number is 15 at ISO 100, I believe. And the weight is 78 grams, and it does have a 2.5 millimeter sync hole, and also it uses 2 AAA batteries. The Kelvin value of the flash is 6500 plus or minus 200. And like I mentioned, it is fully manual. So the few things that I actually like about this is, first of all, it's the build quality. I actually did drop this multiple times, but I didn't see any scratches and it works perfectly fine. And also, the actual hot shoe is a metal compared to some of the GODOX products that I have, especially for Sony like V1. This part is plastic and a lot of people break this part, but so far I'm not like being careful or anything. Whenever I just put it in, I just shove it in there, take it out. So this part is being metal is like a huge plus because a lot of people break this part. The buttons are still very tactile. It gives me good enough feedback, and the dial is still working great. So second thing that I like is the compatibility. Like I said, if you have a single contact, it will work with any camera. So far I do own 3 camera systems, Sony, Fuji, and Leica. They all work with no problems. So the compatibility wise is awesome. The power, it is very bright in my opinion for such a small flash. I did try to use this at full power at nighttime, and it did brighten up pretty far, pretty wide. And even with such a small compact design, it is sitting on top of the camera tall enough that the hood doesn't get in the way. That was like probably my #1 concern. Last but not least is the price. You can't beat $35. If I give you $35 to make this, probably you won't be able to. So compared to other similar flash, $35 is basically nothing in my opinion. Not nothing, but it's very cheap compared to similar products. So some of the little things that bothered me a little. Obviously, no TTL, fully manual. I know I'm asking too much for a $35 flash, but sometimes you want a little bit more. And one thing that bothered me a lot was the knob. So depending on what kind of camera that you're using, especially for me that I'm using 2 rangefinder style here, there isn't much space between the knob and the hot shoe. So if you have like a super fat hand, you won't be able to squeeze your hand to turn the knob to secure it on your hot shoe. And one thing that bugged me the most is the inconsistency when you adjust the power. From the bottom, the 64th to the full power, it goes up gradually, but when you go from the 16th to 8th, the jump is way more than the previous, the jumps. So for example, like everything is gradual in the same power, but all of a sudden, if you jump from 1/16 to 8, it will jump way more, kind of throwing me off. So that was a little bit annoying. So I did purchase 2 more of these just to test, and they all did the same thing. And later on, I did contact GODOX to take a look at it to see if it's normal. So they said it was normal. And a lot of people will say probably, oh, you didn't waste the flash or discharge all the power. I tried that, it's still the same, but I got used to it. So far, I am liking this. I know they did make another version, the smaller version of this. I think it's called iM30. I might try that out because this thing is super bright. I don't really need this much power. So if it's smaller and it doesn't get blocked by my hood, then I might actually try that. Anyway, that's it for me today. Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you guys did, please give me a like and subscribe if you guys want to see more camera related videos in the future. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.